After a long journey through the dense forest, Dr. Dolittle and his animal friends finally reached a large, clear space. In the middle stood the king's palace, a grand structure made entirely of mud. This was the home of the King of Jolliginki, his queen Ermintrude, and their son, Prince Bumpo. At that moment, the prince was off fishing for salmon, but the king and a sleeping Queen Ermintrude were sitting under a large umbrella right by the palace entrance. When the doctor approached, the king immediately asked his business. The doctor explained his mission to help the sick monkeys in Africa, but the king's face grew stern. "You may not travel through my lands," he declared. "Many years ago, another white man came here. I was kind to him, but after he took all our gold and ivory, he vanished without even a thank you. Never again will a white man cross the lands of Jolliginki with a sharp command." The king ordered his guards, "Take this medicine man and all his animals, and lock them in my strongest prison." And just like that, 6 men led the doctor and his companions away. They were thrown into a dark stone dungeon with thick walls, a strong door, and only one small barred window high up. Despair began to set in. Gub-Gub the pig started to cry, but Chi-Chi the monkey quickly hushed him. "Are we all here?" the doctor asked, his eyes adjusting to the dim light. "I think so," said Dab-Dab the duck, and began to count. Suddenly, the crocodile noticed someone was missing. "Where's Polynesia?" he asked. The doctor called out for her, but there was no reply. "She isn't here. I suppose she escaped," the crocodile grumbled. "Just like her. Sneaked off as soon as her friends got into trouble." But then a familiar voice chirped up. "I'm not that kind of a bird," said Polynesia, climbing out from the pocket in the tail of the doctor's coat. "You see," she explained, preening her feathers, "I'm small enough to slip through those window bars. I was afraid they'd put me in a cage, so I hid in the doctor's pocket while the king was talking. And here I am. That's what you call a ruse." "Goodness me," cried the doctor. "You're lucky I didn't sit on you." Polynesia then revealed her brilliant plan. "Now listen," she said. "Tonight, when it's dark, I'm going to fly over to the palace. You'll see, I'll soon find a way to make the king let us all out." "Oh, what can you do?" scoffed Gub-Gub, starting to sniffle again. "You're only a bird." "Quite true," replied the parrot calmly. "But don't forget, although I'm only a bird, I can talk like a manant. I know these people." So that night, under the light of the moon, Polynesia slipped through the prison bars and flew silently to the palace. She found a broken pantry window and slipped inside. Prince Bumpo was snoring loudly in his room, but the king's bedroom was just up the stairs. The queen was out at a dance, so the king was all alone, fast asleep. Polynesia crept into the room and hid under the bed. Then she let out a cough, perfectly mimicking Dr. Dolittle. The king stirred and said sleepily, "Is that you, Ermintrude?" thinking his wife had returned. Polynesia coughed again, this time a deep, manly cough. The king sat bolt upright. "Who's that?" he demanded. In the doctor's exact voice, Polynesia replied, "I am Dr. Dolittle." The king was stunned. "What are you doing in my bedroom?" How did you get out of prison? Where are you? I can't see you." The parrot just let out a long, deep, jolly laugh, just like the doctor's. "Stop laughing and show yourself." The king commanded. "Foolish king." Polynesia boomed. "Have you forgotten you are speaking to John Dolittle, the most wonderful man on earth? Of course you can't see me. I have made myself invisible. There is nothing I can't do. Now listen, I'm here to warn you. If you don't let me and my animals travel through your kingdom, I will make you and all your people sick, just like the monkeys. I can make people well, and I can make them ill, just by lifting my little finger. Send your soldiers to open the dungeon door at once, or you will have the mumps by sunrise." The king began to tremble with fear. "Doctor," he cried, "it shall be as you say. Please, don't raise your little finger." He leaped out of bed and ran to order the soldiers to open the prison. As soon as he was gone, Polynesia scurried downstairs and flew out the pantry window. But just as she was escaping, the queen was returning from her dance. She saw the parrot slip out through the broken glass. When the king returned to his room, the queen told him what she had seen. The king instantly realized he'd been tricked. Furious, he rushed back to the prison, but it was too late. The heavy door stood wide open. The dungeon was empty. The doctor and all his animals were gone. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed this amazing escape, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fantastic adventures. See you next time.